Tom Lonergan and James Podsiadly returned for Geelong following the 4-point loss to St Kilda last weekend. Gary Ablett with a sample of what he had in store.
I don't like the looks of that if you're a Fremantle supporter.
Des Headland was a late addition in place of Jesse Crichton as Fremantle arrived to play a finals game in Melbourne for the very first time. The Dockers' first visit to the MCG this year was boosted by Matthew Pavlich's decision to re-sign for a further 4 seasons. Joel Selwood emerged from a clearance to put the Cats on the board before Fremantle found the cost of turnovers.
Beautifully weighted and Hill couldn't take the mark, and in right now on the burst, but he looks up, doesn't have anywhere to really go. Clever though.
Terrific found Mooney into the path of Burns. Burns wants a bounce, gets a goal.
Geelong booted to a 25-0 lead with majors from Podsiadly and Matthew Stokes.
Now he shoots on goal. A belated decision. You wonder why he bothered looking for anybody else. Puts it through.
Just over 5 minutes from quarter time, Fremantle ended the Cats' 5-goal opening onslaught when the skipper took aim.
Off one step and Pav goes bang. Gee, you can kick a footy, we know that. That's a beauty.
Geelong responded with goals by Podsiadly and David Wojcinski, whose long-range effort was paid as clearing Cameron Mooney's outstretched fingers.
Was it touched?
I don't think we wrote too much about that through the fingers.
49-7 at quarter time, and the Cats prowl the MCG as if it was their own domain. Wojcinski's legwork, the foundation to Podsiadly's 3rd goal.
Podsiadly goes into an open goal and kicks it.
Michael Walters was like the Fremantle doctor on the East Coast, breathing life into the Dockers with back-to-back goals.
Kicks beyond the wing. Huge leap, Milburn. It was an end right. Loose at the back. Opportunity now for Walters. Has one bounce, going at his 2nd goal, and he's got it.
Aaron Sandiland's leg injury limited his ruck work as Steve Johnson kicked the Cats' 10th.
Just slips around. It goes through at about head high.
St Kilda coach Ross Lyon took notes. Collingwood players put their feet up for the weekend, while Podsiadly threw a scare with an injury as Geelong went to half-time leading 67 to Fremantle 26. Nathan Fyfe kicked the opening goal of the second half before Geelong shuffled the ball intelligently to restore a 7-goal lead.
Ablett loops it over the top to Varco. Runner outside. Wojcinski doesn't need much of a break. Wojcinski, what a beautiful goal.
Fremantle profited some small change when the Cats turned the ball over.
Towards the wing on his knees, Hill. Mundy once more slips away. Looks inside the forward 50. Walters will get his 3rd goal. Turns around, runs in, gets it.
But the Cats' scoring hiatus lasted just over 10 minutes when the skipper stepped into the fray.
Corey to Ling, and then Ling goes bang, and the captain, as he did last week, from about there.
Mooney extended Geelong's lead to 49 points at the final change as one sent a message loud and blue. Brad Ottens kicked his 7th goal of the season to put the Cats into triple figures before Johnson landed his 3rd.
Stokes, now it's with Johnson, and Johnson caresses it goalward.
The disposal count was lopsided in Geelong's favour, and Matthew Stokes was off his leash, while Matthew Pavlich stood up for the Dockers.
Pavlich!
From there, the Cats put on a clinic.
Oh, look away, handball, Breen, and then Varco rolls it home.
Ablett. What a good hand pass at the feet of Varco. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins to Stokes. If he can get away, he should kick a goal. Does and does.
Fremantle season over as Geelong marched into the preliminary finals for the 4th straight year. At full time, Geelong 135, Fremantle 66.
We played well in the first quarter. We dropped off, probably a little bit in the second half. But look, we're happy to get the win and looking forward to next week.
The greatest team of all. Hey, we are Geelong.
Charles Christian, Big Pond Sport.